It's Terrence from 3.6. We are in the final week of our summer learning program. And this week we are visiting Southwest Michigan. Again, another one of my favorite areas to visit during the summertime. Head on over to Lake Michigan. Be careful out in the water out there. Have some fun. Eat well. So restaurants, week 8, Southwest Michigan. And our first stop, we're going to swing on over to Saugatuck, a beautiful little town, lots of little shopping to do over there, plenty of good food. Some of which you can see here at Grow Cafe and Bistro. I have eaten here, and the food is amazing. And one of the things I highly recommend are the carrot cake pancakes. I shared a photo the other day with some of our colleagues of some food I got there. This being on the plate, everyone agreed it looked amazing. And they are as tasty as they look. They specialize in a lot of just homegrown ingredients they get from like local farms and bakers and bakeries. But I also recommend a double-decker beef burger. Plenty of amazing food to be had there, but definitely try the carrot cake pancakes when you're in town. Next up is the Mason Jar Cafe in Benton Harbor. I have eaten here as well. And their stuffed French toast, as you can see here, is amazing. So good. If you find yourself in the Benton Harbor area and you like seagulls, stop on by the Orchards Mall, pay them a visit. Heading on down south on the border of Lake Michigan, swing on by South Haven. Check out Maria's A Taste of Italy, another place I have eaten at and I go back to every time I'm out there. I recommend the tour of Italy, which can be seen here. Got a variety of dishes in there, one of them being ravioli. You can hardly tell what's what though because they're just covered in melted cheese. That is so good. And I recommend their pizza. And if you do not have to eat gluten-free food because you don't have a gluten allergy, I still highly recommend trying their gluten-free cauliflower crust. I had a friend that has a gluten allergy. We ate there. I tried some of her pizza and it was so good. So pizza there is good, and if you have a chance, try out their cauliflower crust. Highly recommend it. Heading further south into St. Joseph, swing on by Silver Beach Pizza. Silver Beach is an awesome spot to go hit the water there. They've got a splash pad outside with big water fountains that shoot. It's huge. Amazing place. They've got a carousel outside you can check out. And while you're over there, swing on by Silver Beach Pizza. Pick yourself up a slice. Look how loaded these slices are with toppings and just covered in melted cheese. Their pizza is really good. While we're still in the St. Joseph area, me liking to visit New Orleans often, and I'm a big fan of Cajun cuisine, I swung on by here at Nola Rue and picked up some food there. I recommend a seafood boil, which you can see here. It's got different things in, such as corn, get a little French bread on the side, shrimp, crawfish, some andouille sausage thrown in there, and some mussels. And I believe I see a little bit of crab leg in there. No, it's a shrimp tail. Shrimp tail, my bad. I also enjoy a nice dish of shrimp Creole you can see here, and they do make a mean gumbo if you're into gumbo. And if you can get yourself some etouffee, try that. If you're into sandwiches, check out a po' boy, maybe like a roast beef or something with a nice gravy on top. Nola Rue does it right. If you're looking for something hot and something cold, swing on by Fire and Ice in St. Joseph, another place I have been to. Their pizza is pretty good. I've had better, but it is good there. But their ice cream is really good. And there's a pretty cool little game area in the back for the kids and for adults to play. Not sure what's going on there, though, with quarantine and social distancing and everything. They might be doing takeout only. Not sure on that. Last time we were there, though, they had a cool little game area in the back. But their ice cream is delicious, as you can see here. And their pizza is pretty good. If you find yourself in Kalamazoo, stop on Nanla Burger. I recommend a burger. They are meaty, cheesy, and they got a little sauce right there, a little tomato and lettuce hiding in. So good. As well as a fish or chicken sandwich. This would be their fish sandwich. A nice cod, nice batter on it, a little fish sauce, a little bit of lettuce. Delicious. Swinging on up to the Lansing area. If you're into barbecue, swing on by Meat Barbecue. Anything they do there is good. Brisket looks nice and tender. Some sausage. some pulled pork, beans, mac and cheese looks right. Get yourself some cornbread. Meat barbecue in Lansing. And for our final stop, stopping by Chupli wood-fired kebabs for some Mediterranean cuisine. Again, in Lansing. If you're unsure, I'd recommend trying a kebab plate or getting yourself some shawarma. Look at that medium rare meat right there. Nice plate, some veggies and peppers in the back, a little bit of rice hidden in there. Excellent. That is it for week 8. I hope you all enjoyed this summer and all these fine places to eat. I want to see some pictures of what you've been eating posted as well. So share, enjoy the summer, and we will see you here in a few weeks back at school. Miss you all. See you soon.
This is our last week of summer school, and we are covering, I believe, 11 counties, and this will be it for our tour around Michigan, and it is the southwest part of Michigan. So, of course, I will be covering the tourist attractions. So we have Allegan, Barry, Eaton, Van Buren, Kalamazoo, Branch, Calhoun, Berrien, Cass, St. Joe, and we also are covering Lansing, our capital in this section of Michigan. So in Allegan County, I just, again, I just took a couple, 1 or 2 in each county to cover. Some of them, a lot of them just had beaches or lighthouses, so I tried to pick different attractions in each of them. Allegan County has the Saugatuck dune rides, and one that I found really interesting too is the Forever Curious Children's Museum. Again, if you click on that link, you can go straight to it. I believe that one is closed because of COVID. So again, you just have to check out these links and see the hours, because some of them are reduced hours. In Berry County, we love ice cream in our family, and so I picked the Mooville Creamery. It has great ice cream. I believe we have been there, but I'm not positive. In Eaton County, there's an orchard that's, again, family owned, and in a lot of the counties that I put orchards in, they are all family owned. Van Buren County, the South Haven Lighthouses, the Bumbleberry Acres, and that's a place where you can pick blueberries and raspberries when they are in season. Kalamazoo County, I picked a place where you can go watch baseball. We haven't, I think in Traverse City I put one of those, but that was something different that I thought I would put a link to. Branch County, it's called the Walcott Mill Metro Park. Kalamazoo County, again, also has the Air Zoo Aerospace and Science experience. So we have never been to that Kalamazoo one, but we went to the Battle Creek one, and that was extremely fun. So I'm clicking on that right now so we can head to the Kalamazoo. So if you're into planes, if you're into things like that, or you want to find something to do, this is probably a great place to visit. Our family would like to go visit it at one point. So it does have COVID policies and procedures, so just look at that and make sure you follow those guidelines. Another one, Binder Park Zoo in Calhoun County, the Silver Beach Carousel, that is closed due to COVID. Cass City, Dowagiac Area History Museum. St. Joe, there's a Lions Beach a park on the beach, and that has a playground on the beach if you're in that area. In Lansing, our favorite place at Torrent, one of our favorite field trips, the Potter Park Zoo, Impressions in 5 and Science Center. This is a very fun field trip that we took our daughter to when she was younger. Um, that's a fun science center that many schools go on field trips to. So if you're in the Lansing area or live in the Lansing area, that's a fun place to check out. And of course, our Michigan State Capitol. So those are the places around Southwest Michigan that you can go visit if you are in those areas. So Torrent, it was a great summer and we enjoyed touring the state of Michigan with you. Have a great 2 weeks off and hopefully we will see you in about 2.5 weeks. Thanks so much.
Miss Connie here, and we are going to visit the southwest region of our state. The southwest region is located right down here, and it is our last stop as we have traveled through this great state we live in. There are 10 counties in this region, and there is so much to love about the southwest Michigan. Its charming beach towns, lively cities, stunning sunsets, and all the unique crops that are grown along the fruit belt. Did you know that the southwest Michigan has naturally acidic soils that are very good for growing blueberries, and that growing blueberries in this region has made Michigan the leading producers in the entire nation? Throughout southwest region of Michigan, you will find a lot of farm markets that have lots of produce that is grown from this area, like melons and cherries and sweet corn and grapes. And this region is also Michigan's oldest wine region. Within this region lies our state capital. Lansing is the capital city of Michigan. It is mostly in Ingham County, although portions of it lie in Eaton County and Clinton County. And in 2010, the census put the city of Lansing as the 5th largest city in Michigan. An interesting fact about our Capitol building that you see here is that it has a cast iron dome. The state flower is the apple blossom. Michigan made the apple blossom its official state flower in 1897. And in that document, it was written that our blossoming apple trees add much to the beauty of our landscape, and Michigan apples have gained a worldwide reputation. At least one of the most fragrant and beautiful species of apples is native to our state. Michigan has been one of the leading producers of apples and apple products since those early days. And that is why they made the apple blossom our state flower. In this region of 10 counties, you can go to 992 different lakes. You could choose to stay and visit 6 different state parks. If you wanted to go to a county park, you have 74 county parks to choose from. And there are over 9,690 farms found in this region. On these farms, some grow blueberries, have apple orchards, grow berries like raspberries, strawberries, corn, soybeans, hay, and wheat. Other farms are raising hogs, colonies of bees, cattle, chickens, and turkeys. An animal that is unique to this region are the farms that are growing meat rabbits. Wildlife found in this area is the Indiana bat, the black rat snake, the possum, the eastern Masagi rattler, and the red-breasted merganser. Really unique looking duck, if you ever get a chance to see one. Native plants are the sensitive fern, the golden alexanders, the mountain mint. In fact, there's a mint festival in St. John's every year. The Missouri ironweed, the broadleaf goldenrod, and the true Solom's seal. Now, these two pictures have gotten mixed up. Oh, I can fix it. This is the goldenrod. And a lot of people have allergies to goldenrod, but it is a pretty flower. And this is the true Solomon seal. So as we have traveled through Michigan, let's kind of recap, since this is our last week, what we have learned. We have traveled to 8 different regions. Within those regions, we have talked about 83 counties, 95 state parks, and in these 8 regions, you will find 8,919 lakes. And that does not count the 5 Great Lakes. And you will find 49,299 farms. When you come to our state, you will see a sign like this. It says, "Welcome to Pure Michigan." Or you will see this one that says, "Greetings from Michigan, the Great Lake States." And it shows you our state tree, our state animal, our state flower, our state fish. In fact, we're going to review that. This is our state seal, our state flag, and our state crest. Our state symbols are the state tree, eastern white pine, the state fish, the brook trout, the state gem, the greenstone, the state rock, the Petoskey stone, state reptile is the painted turtle, the state wildflower, which is the dwarf iris, lake iris, the state bird is the robin, the state mammal is, or animal, is the white-tailed deer, and the state fossil is the mastodon. I hope you've enjoyed this tour that your teachers have taken you on. And I want to end this week by showing you a recap and listening to our state song. Yes, Michigan has our own state song, and it is called Michigan, My Michigan.
Michigan, my Michigan, thy lake-bound shores I long to see. Michigan, my Michigan, from Saginaw's tall whispering pines, from Lake Superior's farthest mines, fair in the light of memory shines. Michigan, my Michigan, thou gave thy sons without a sigh. Michigan, my Michigan, and sent thy bravest forth to die. Michigan, my Michigan, beneath the hostile southern sky, they bore thy banner proud and high, ready to fight and never to fly. Michigan, my Michigan. From Yorktown on to Richmond's wall, Michigan, my Michigan. They bravely fight as bravely fall. Michigan, my Michigan. Their strong arms crumble in the dust, and their bright swords all have gathered rust. Memory is our sacred trust. Michigan, my Michigan. And when the happy time shall come, Michigan, my Michigan, that brings thy war-worn heroes home. Michigan, my Michigan, what welcome from their own proud shore, what honors at their feet will pour, what tears for those who will come no more. Michigan, my Michigan. A grateful country claims them now. Michigan, my Michigan. A deathless laurel binds each brow. Michigan, my Michigan. And history, the tale will tell of how they fought and how they fell for that dear land we loved so well. Michigan, my Michigan.
Go.
Hello, Torrance. Please bow.
Yes, this is Mr. Sam, and who just gave us our intro was Jenna, my daughter. Quit shaking. And this is my son over here, Gavin. We're bringing you our Week 8 Summer Historical Facts, which is about what part? Southwest Michigan, which we're over here on the little bottom palm side, this area. Cool. All right. So we'll go ahead and switch our screen view to our share view, and we'll take a look at our document. Okay, so we're going to zoom in so we can get a better view. And of course, my favorite view is our picture right here, which this is, of course, of the historic Capri Drive-In in Coldwater, Michigan. Okay, it is one of 10 drive-ins that is still in operation. Of course, your very own Mr. Sam and his lovely wife, Mrs. Avis. Okay. We went and saw Footloose and Dirty Dancing there just the other week, and it was fantastic. And it's a fabulous way to practice your social distancing, but still getting out. We hung out in the truck bed, and it was fabulous. Had our own chairs, had our own space. So I highly advise if you're looking to do an awesome outward activity that is safe with social distancing, swing by Coldwater Drive-In. They still have it going on. Make sure you click on the link and you can check out their show times. Right? So, of course, that was our first historical fact that we talked about. Now, right below that, we have Colon, Michigan is the magic capital of the world. Okay, I'm not talking about just the state of Michigan. I'm not talking about the country. I'm not talking about the continent of North America. I'm talking about the world. Okay, and little old Colon, Michigan. Okay, that does not stink, by the way. All right, that is the magic capital of the world. That means to produce more magical supplies than any other place in the entire world. We have that right here in Southwest Michigan. So cool, swing by there. They have 3 big old warehouses there. And of course, get your magic on. And of course, you can do the whole little thumb trick. I got the wiggle. Oh, that's my magic trick right there. Okay. All right. So, and we're moving on. We're going to scroll on up, hit up some more historical facts. We have the oldest operating chain ferry in Saugatuck, Michigan. Okay, we're going to go ahead and select that link. Do that, please. And we'll wait for it to load. Oh, that's our Colon, Michigan one. That's awesome. And this is our Saugatuck Chain Ferry. Now, this chain ferry has been operating since 1838, and you can still go there today. So if you go to Saugatuck, they probably don't have the Cherry Ferry Chain Ferry open because of the COVID-19 shutdowns. But of course, this is really cool because it's not run by a gas engine, a steam engine, or a diesel engine. Okay? It is run by just a hand crank chain. So there's a chain that's in there, and you gotta crank it to get across. Really, really cool. Really historic as well. Find it in Southwest Michigan. Now, back to our historic facts. Here we go. We can get into Dr. John Harvey Kellogg. He creates the first cornflake. He was not the creator of cereal. That happened back in 1963, I believe, by Mr. Jackson. Okay, but Dr. John Harvey Kellogg was a true doctor. He believed in helping people. So when he created these cornflakes, they didn't have any additive flavors or sugar or anything like that. They were bland, but they were healthy. He cared about that. He didn't care about the profits. But of course, his brother William Kellogg went ahead and took the idea, added some sugar, which he very much did not like, and then was able to create more of a profit. But of course, the first cereal company that produced those flakes would be Charles Post, which actually was a patient of John Harvey Kellogg. Okay, so even though John Harvey Kellogg came up with that, and of course you go to Battle Creek, Michigan, well, that is called the cereal capital of the world. All right. You can smell the loveliness of Kellogg, of the Kellogg cereal being made. Okay, very cool stuff. Find it right there. And of course, they probably don't have any tours currently right now just because of the COVID-19 shutdowns and everything along that line. And then that brings us to our last historical fact of the day. And this one is the juiciest one, I should say. It is, of course, talking about the real first flight. And I'm talking about flight in a little plane, okay? The real first flight took place with Mr. Herring at Silver Beach in St. Joseph, Michigan, which is, of course, located in Southwest Michigan. And when did this happen? 1899. Of course, everyone's thinking about those people down south. We're talking about those wild people. Okay, the Wright brothers, they came up with that. Okay? And this is just because of press coverage. He wasn't the best known. I highly suggest, of course, if you're a firm believer in those Wright brothers, they were the first ones who went flying. I highly suggest you click on the link that's, of course, attached to this brochure and really check out this Augustus Moore Herring. Okay, this is the real deal. And it's a real tragedy that he did not get the credit that he deserved. And of course, it goes into explaining why he didn't get that credit. It's a shame. But of course, we believe you. Us Michiganders, Augustus Moore Herring, you know it. Wow. All right, now of course that brings us to an end of our historical facts for week 8, of course, of our last week of our summer program. Okay, make sure you stay tuned for our Thursday activity. Mr. Sam may have a really cool one in store because it'll be our last Thursday activity for the summer. And then we'll be off for 2 weeks before the fall comes, and I will be able to finally, hopefully, see everybody. Okay. So hopefully everyone will see me on Thursday and have a good one. Bye-bye. You guys want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye.
Welcome to week 8 and our last week of exploring Michigan. While we explore the Southwest, we know that there are several local CMHs. These ones are all individual as well, with the exception of Eaton County, which shares with Clinton and Ingham. So those CMHs are all kind of over the Lansing area. Each of those 3 counties does cover Lansing itself partially. And the CMH office is directly in Lansing. So it kind of makes sense that those 3 share. So when we looked at therapeutic services in Kalamazoo County, there is a therapeutic riding center called Chef Center. And in Berrien County, there's Therapeutic Equestrian Center, or the TEC, in Watervliet. And this is down by Berrien Springs. For music therapy in Branch County, There is Maurizio, who is doing music therapy at the individual level there. In Kalamazoo County, there's Edgewater Music Therapy Program, and Western Michigan University has their own music therapy program that they do through the university. So for local connections, there are quite a few, and if you notice any repeats from last week, I apologize. I accidentally put Kalamazoo on last week's session, and it really is in this week's, so you might see a few repeats, and I apologize for that. And same for Sensory Friendly. So for local connections, there's Paws with a Cause, and they train service dogs and provide lifetime support teams for people who are in need of service dogs. And they have different types of service dogs. They're not just leader dogs. They have all sorts. They even do some for seizure disorders, I believe. So Ready for Life is a company that does a lot of different camps, essentially, and they work to provide young adults with opportunities to learn new things. So there's some life skills camps, there's some social skills camps. They do a summer camp, which is a combination of a lot of things, but they're just an organization that focuses on educating and facilitating learning through camps. The Logan Center is a facility. They do ABA, but they also do social skills coaching, they do college planning, they do behavior counseling, and they do the Play Project. And the Play Project is where they come into your home and work with families to facilitate learning through play. Autism Forward does family coaching. They work with schools, so they partner with schools to bridge the home to school gap, and they do a lot of community-based activities and instruction. Fourth Wall Theater Company is a theater company that's entirely designed to work with people with disabilities. So it takes into account their sensory needs, their cognitive abilities, and they work together so that every person can be a part of a theater program. And currently, they are even doing virtual classes, which is very cool. That's their way of continuing to provide their services during our time away from one another. And one of the things that I haven't really touched on throughout our whole summer together, but I think is really important, is the concept of barrier-free parks. Now, barrier-free parks are accessible for anyone, regardless of physical ability. So the Torrent Center playground is barrier-free for the most part. Wheelchairs can get in or onto our play structure, and they can use most portions of it. The very top layer they can't get to, but the main play structure they can access all the swings. There's wheelchair swings, and there's supported swings there. So that is essentially a barrier-free park. And there are barrier-free parks all throughout Michigan, and I thought that was something that would be really cool to check out. So if you click this link, it will take you to a website that shows all of, or most of, the barrier-free parks that are currently in our state. And let me scooch this over. I'm going to disappear for a second. So some of these have obviously not been updated. Like I know of one in Southeast Michigan that's not currently on the list. So the list hasn't been fully updated. These are just relatively large ones that were in existence, and things are always changing. So there definitely could be more of these parks in our state. But I just thought this was a great starting point, especially as families travel throughout the summer and in fall, to take a look at what is in our park that is accessible to anyone. A lot of these parks also have sensory gardens or sensory components to them. So they might have water tables or splash pads or a garden that is sensory friendly. So I just think they're really cool, and as you travel, it might be a fun pit stop for you and your family. So moving on to sensory friendly, Binder Park Zoo has decided within the next 2 months they're going to begin offering sensory bags, which will have noise canceling headphones, weighted lap blankets, fidget tools, and verbal cue cards. They also are going to have a feeling thermometer, which helps their clients or their people attending the park identify when they're becoming overwhelmed, when they need to take a break, and they even have an option on there to identify if they're lost, so if they've lost their family. And they also are going to have break spaces throughout the park. Sometimes you get a little overwhelming and crowds get a little overwhelming and you need a nice quiet place to catch your breath and calm down, and they're going to make sure those are available throughout their entire facility. So this is where you guys see quite a few repeats. So I didn't put a lot of detail on here, but Kalamazoo just has a ton of sensory friendly accommodations. They have the nature center. They have stretch and breath yoga, which is a yoga class that's mindful of sensory needs and is designed for people with disabilities to come in and practice their yoga abilities. They have the Kalamazoo Valley Museum, the Kalamazoo Civic Center, the Kalamazoo Symphony Orchestra, and Center Stage Theater that all provide some sort of sensory accommodation, which is so cool. And again, we see Sky Zone appearing. So I just want to wrap up this week by saying thank you for joining us on this exploration of Michigan. We had such a good time learning with you guys, and it was really nice because it helped us learn new things, and it reminded us of old and special things that sometimes we forget because we're so used to them. As a quick reminder, Amy posted her first return to school video, and the link is included here. And thank you guys again. As a quick reminder, on Wednesday we do have our final live session, and I am looking forward to seeing you then. Bye, guys.
Hey, Torrent Tigers. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to week 8 of our In and Around Michigan adventure. Today, this week, we're talking about Southwest Michigan. So if you look at my cursor right down here, we see we've started in the southeast of Michigan at the beginning of summer. We've worked our way up to the north into the Upper Peninsula, and we made our way back down all the way to Southwest. So we're in our last week of the summer. I can't believe we're already done with this In and Around Michigan tour, but let's enjoy this last week with some exciting activities as we prepare for the new school year. As always, check out our Transition In and Around Michigan pamphlet. If you go to page 2, there you'll find the economy. We've got 11 different counties this week, and you can see them all here on page 2 of the pamphlet in alphabetical order. And it gives you a quick view of the industries for Southwest Michigan. So we'll talk about those industries here in a minute, but you can see that manufacturing is making a strong comeback as we get back closer to the southern part of the state. All right, Southwest Michigan economy. Again, we're down here in the lower corner, the dark purple area of the state. We've made our way all the way around. We do find that as we get to the west and south side of the state, manufacturing really ramps up, and we see population increases in these areas, job increases in these areas, which increases the need for housing, increases the need for retail sales, increases the need for just a number of different things. As the population grows, so do all these different economic markets. Here's our counties again for this week. There's 11 of them: Allegan County, Berry County, Berrien County, Branch County. Excuse me, I believe Berrien is B-E-R-R, Berrien County, Branch County, Calhoun County, Cass County, Eaton County, Ingham County, Kalamazoo County, St. Joe's County, and Van Buren. Probably some counties that you're more familiar with, or at least you've heard the names of, versus some that are a little further up to the north and you might not have made it to. Calhoun, Eaton, Ingham, Kalamazoo, all very familiar counties. Top industries in Southwest Michigan. Here's our list. Human services takes a slight lead this week. Manufacturing in a very, very close second. Almost a tie. Retail trades comes in at third. Food services, the fourth biggest industry in this area. And then our fifth is still professional and scientific and technical services. So take a look at our human services. Just threw in a few businesses in the area. Disability Network of Southwest Michigan, Senior Services, Meals on Wheels of Southwest Michigan, Southwest Michigan Behavioral Health. Again, helping the elderly, taking care of others, helping those with special needs, disabilities, things like that. A lot of these services are available in our state, which we have a great state for those services, but we also have a large grouping of these services in the Southwest Michigan area. Again, human services include educational services, healthcare services, administrative services, counseling services, could be food services, law services. Can't see this picture very well, but this picture of the court, an attorney. So any services you may need with paperwork and legal documents, those fall under the human services. But so many jobs in the human services, and the human services, again, ties into all these fields. There's human service components to retail sales, manufacturing, all, the food services. There's human services embedded within those. But the ones that are specifically related to human services alone are the ones we talk about when we discuss human services. So still number one in the area, human services, kind of a trend in southern Michigan, all around the Michigan, really. Human services have been the number one industry, job, employment sector in the state. Coming in a close second, manufacturing. Got a couple big companies here and a couple of interesting things I want to show you. So let's just zoom in a little bit, and we'll go here first. Thought this was cool. Top 10 states for manufacturing. Michigan coming in fifth, a very close fifth to Arkansas, Iowa, not far behind, but fifth in the whole country for manufacturing. So I thought that was pretty cool. You can see as the colors get darker, that means you're a state. But you can kind of see this belt right here of states is kind of the manufacturing belt of the country. Michigan being one of those top 5 ones. So pretty cool, but I think most of the top 10 are right here close to us. Next thing I thought was neat about manufacturing is percentage of workforce in the manufacturing sections by region. So if we look at our state right here, we can see that if we look at the Grand and the Southwest, those are the number 2 largest manufacturing areas in our state. So last week we talked about Central West Michigan. This week we're Southwest Michigan, but those are the top 2. If you put those together, almost 40% of our state's manufacturing comes from the west side of the state. So pretty darn cool. And even though this Southwest sector is a little smaller than what we're talking about today, it's at 20%. So it's very close to the top area in the state for manufacturing. Again, when we talk about manufacturing on the east side of the state, it's a lot of our vehicles and car manufacturing, the actual putting together of the vehicles. This side is a lot of the furniture that we talked about last week, office supply, and down here we have a lot of companies that are doing car parts. So the parts get manufactured that go here to put the cars together. So everything kind of works together. But pretty cool little graphic there. Now, as far as companies in manufacturing, We've got, this is one of the large car part manufacturers in the state, Denso. They do a lot of automotive car parts. Right here, there's a little flyer about what they pay when they hire new employees, some of the benefits, how you can grow in the field. So they do a lot with the economy and the employment sector in the state. And then, of course, one of the most popular manufacturers in the state is over there in Battle Creek, the Battle Creek Kellogg Company, Cereal City. We'll zoom in a little bit here. Just some really cool stuff. And I'm going to put a few things together for you guys on Thursday where you can check out Cereal City, take a little tour, see the manufacturing process, how cereal is made. Really cool stuff. I love watching the factory, and I love watching the products be made. So I especially like how food is made. So that's some cool videos. You guys check those out coming up on Thursday. Again, here's just some workers in a manufacturing plant. They're boxing some different products. So a product comes down the conveyor lines, probably doing some quality checks here. A lot of different jobs in the manufacturing. There's packaging, there's quality, there's producing, actually making the parts, assembly. So many jobs. If you love those types of tasks, you'll probably be great for manufacturing. But manufacturing, a huge market, lots of people employed in manufacturing. It's a great field to go into. Third largest economy in Southwest Michigan is retail trades. And this week, I just went with a lot of our familiar box stores because as we talked about, population's up, the need for food and products is high. So we've got Walmart, Horrocks, Target, IKEA, Meijer, Home Depot, Menards, Amazon, all your big stores, all your popular box stores. And again, the jobs within those are numerous, whether you're stocking shelves, unloading trucks, janitorial work, customer service, cashier, management, the number of jobs go on. A lot of these places even have food service within them, so people that are working the food counters or the food courts. So many jobs incorporated within these. Bringing in carts, parking lot stuff, lots and lots of jobs. You've got inside of Walmarts and things like that. You've got delis, specialty markets, warehouse jobs. So lots and lots of work available. You get into the box stores like Menards. You've got lumber yards, different jobs outside, home and garden. So a lot of cool stuff. Fourth biggest industry in Southwest Michigan is our our food services. So last week we focused on all the jobs within the fast food industry, but this week, just pictures of all the numerous fast foods, the ones we're familiar with, all the big names: Burger King, Wendy's, McDonald's, Subway, Culver's, Chipotle, Applebee's, Pizza Hut, and Buffalo Wild Wings, just to name a few. There's a ton more out there, but these are kind of very popular and common in our area, Southwest Michigan, but very close back to home, where we all live, and we see these all around. Some are favorites. Some people like others than not, but jobs within those food services, again, whether it's customer service, cash register, janitorial, cooking, packaging, drive-through, delivering orders, bussing tables, doing dishes, depending on the place. Not a lot of dishes to do at your fast foods, but there are some. And then some of your more sit-downs, there's bussing tables and dishwashing, and a lot of that is necessary to keep things running. So many jobs in food service, many food places out there, and the importance as the population increases, so does the number of food service jobs. Fifth, again, is our technical services in Southwest Michigan. Just throw in some different things this week. Professional services could include retail or real estate. Again, people are moving in and out. Jobs are growing. There's a need for housing. People are looking for places, whether it's apartment, condo, house. People are in the field of selling properties. Right here you see someone purchasing a home. Up here we've got an architect. She's drawing up plans and designing on her computer. Just another professional service. We've got legal services, professional business services. We've got our laboratory services. Again, technical service can include a lot of IT work, installation, analysis, surveying, planning, troubleshooting, designing, and training. If you're into technology, professional, scientific, and technical services is probably for you. Not for me. I can barely make these videos well enough, let alone do any of the technical stuff involved. So, but you guys, I'm sure, are a lot better at those things. So that's a touch on Southwest Michigan. I hope you guys enjoy talking a little bit about the economy. I still can't believe this is week 8 of our tour around Michigan and the end of our summer school week. But I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you've enjoyed the whole time. We look forward to a little bit of break and then getting back with you as soon as we can to the new school year. So have a great Tuesday, guys. I miss you. Hope to see you very, very soon. We'll be in touch. So have a great day, Torrent Tigers. Bye-bye.